Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know the time you're watching this video, but you're welcome to my channel. You're very much welcome. I am excited for going on this journey, and I am so happy to be doing this again. Like, since I started this channel, I have not been active, but for now I told myself that I'm going to be active and I'm going to be giving you back to back. You're very much welcome. I am so excited. Thank you for tuning in. But I would like you to do me a favor. Just like my video and subscribe to my channel so that we'll make this channel grow. So my name is Deborah, Mrs. Deborah Ogiri Regan. I am married. For today, I want to share with you guys how I met my husband. How I met my husband. I have not had time to share with people. I've not had time to come on here to share with you guys how I met my husband. But today I am free. I am not doing anything. They've all gone out and everywhere is quiet and calm. I said to myself, what am I doing? What am I doing? So let me just come on here and do this today so that I'll be making my channel grow. I've been so lazy for some time. Imagine 4 months ago, thereabout, I created this channel. I've not been posting, just 3 videos. There's 2 or 3 videos, I can't remember. But for now, I'm going to be giving you guys back to back. Okay, that aside, 2016, from the beginning, as a growing girl, I told myself that I'm going to get married at the age of 25. Anytime I say I'm going to get married at the age of 25, my mom will so shout at me and say, "Hey, keep quiet." Think stuff like that. You say, keep quiet, that she got married at the age of 16. That's me. I should get married at the age of 16 too. But I told myself, no. I've already discussed it with my God, and He has signed it and sealed it that at the age of 25, my daughter Debbie will get married. So I clocked 20, 21, 22. My mom was so worried for saying, what is happening? What is this? What is that? I didn't even look at her face. My younger ones were getting married and all of that. So as soon as I clocked 25, at the age of, in the year 2016. Yeah, I clocked 25 in the year 2016, and around December 2016, my husband came. And the person that I am married to is somebody I know, somebody that I've been seeing every day, somebody that some persons till today, they are still amazed, they are still surprised, like, is this really your husband? Is this really the person you got married to? Don't worry, we are coming. The gist is coming. So, 2016, December, we had a program in our church. I'm of Greater Evangelism World Crusade. We had a program in the church. So, I went to this program. And this program was not in my zone. They shifted it to zone 2. So I went to the church. I was wearing white, just a white polo, which they wrote, the white polo had something like the cross on the front, or in the front of it. Then I was just wearing a simple skirt and my hair tie. I don't like tying hair tie. Like, anytime I'm not properly dressed, like if I'm just wearing a simple outfit, I'll just cross my hair tie like this, you understand, then tie it like this. So now I went to zone 2. The moment I dropped from the bike, the first person I saw was my husband, but it was not my husband as at then. It was just a brother in the church and all of that. And the most funny part of it was we were staying at the back of their house. You see, God, everything is in the hands of God, so I don't know. We were staying at the back of their house. So when I dropped, the bike man did not have change. And he came. I don't know where he got change. He gave to the bike man. It was as if he was seeing another kind of beauty in me. So that day left. Okay, he left and I went inside the church. After the program, in the evening, he called me. He was having my number. As a youth body, he was the youth president and I was the general secretary. So he was having my number. He called me, and I'm that kind of person. I won't lie to you. I'll just go to the church. It was even, they were just forcing me to do everything as at then. So I became the youth general secretary. And as time goes on, I don't like making a whole lot of friends. I don't have friends. I do things on my own. I stay alone. I do this, everything on my own. So as general secretary, he was having my phone number. So he called in the evening and told me that somebody is interested in me. He said, somebody is interested in you, in me. I said, somebody. That who is the person's name? He was just trying to pull my legs. He said his name is Peter, that is of Church 1 and all of that. I told him that I don't know the Peter. I told him that I don't know the Peter he was talking about. So everything that day passed. We were still, moving on like friends in the church and all of that. So there was a day he came again. He came and he opened up to me. Okay, before then, we used to chat on WhatsApp, and that time we were having a WhatsApp and a Messenger. Yeah. WhatsApp, Messenger, and some other platform. Yeah. So he opened up to me and said that he's interested in me, that he wants to marry me. I was offended. I took offense. I was so annoyed that I started shouting on him. I said, I don't want to hear that. I don't want this. I don't want. Imagine. Before I was shouting, I don't want. Now, if he wants to go to work, I will say, don't go. If he wants to go out, I will hold him tight. Don't go. So, and before then, the mom was an elder in our church. I didn't even know how the thing was. God was just working and working and working. If we go to church on Fridays for evangelism, at least when they start, if they start sharing people, okay, or they start grouping people for the evangelism, they will always group me and his mother. The gist was, don't worry, the gist is coming. So the mom was an elder, and in their house they have the mom was also the leader of their house fellowship. So me, I was staying at the back of their house. So anybody that's staying around that area, we attend their house fellowship. So that was where I was going for home sale, house fellowship. So the mom was so close to me. The mom loves me, was giving me things to do in the house fellowship. I had a number. Sometimes she would call me that she'll be traveling, that this Tuesday she won't be around, that I should just take up the house fellowship and all of that. Who am I? She's my pastor. So she opened up to me. He opened up to me, and I was offended. I said, don't even try it. Don't say it to me again. I don't want to hear. So everything just melted. He didn't say anything for some time. And he told me, after we got married, he told me that the mother also recommended me to him after he has approached me. That the mother recommended me to him. Okay, the mother was, worried, asking him to get married and all of that. So the mother told him that, have you found anybody or any girl? He said no, that he has not. That he wants to recommend somebody for him. So unfortunately, I was the person the mother recommended for him also. You see how God was just, when God wants to design something, we can't even change it. If God wants to do his own thing, your own is just, they used to call it moi. So I'm going to say my. So the love, I don't just know. After the mom recommended me to him, we just started moving again, just like that. Nothing that I just forgot about what he said. Okay, he told the mom that he told me that when the mom mentioned me, that he just laughed, he smiled, and everything just. So 2016 had passed. 2017, around January 2017, he came up again with the same issue, and he told me that he wants to marry me, all of that. I say no, that I don't want, that this, that. So at that time, they lost their grandmother. So the mom told me that I will come for the burial to help them during the burial. I think the burial was around January, February, March, around May or so. I can't remember. It was around May, April, May or so. So when other people were coming, but my mom's friends were, bringing people they are bringing men, stuff like that. Let me not go to that side. So that's Mr. Regan. That's Mr. Regan, my husband. He said he came up again, and around January, February was just. I told him no, that I don't want. I told him no. So anytime I would go for house fellowship or home cell, the mother would just, she would be giving me money. She's just, the love was so massive. In fact, she has been doing, because as at then, we were just okay, nothing much. We don't have anything. I was just staying with my poor mother. My dad was late as at then. So she was just showing me love and all of that. So by the time it was around March, I told myself that I am 25 already, and men are coming. Now that I am still, that let me just pray and then accept somebody. So I went on my knees. I prayed. I prayed, I said, God, show me a sign. I really want to get a sign who my husband is. So many persons, as at then, I was having three men in the picture. Yes, 3. One, my mom's friend brought the person. The second one, I met him myself, and my husband. So, and the one my mom's friend brought, he was like, she was disturbing me here and there, and you understand. So I never wanted to even give them, put in my interest in all of that. So I just, around March, in the course of praying, I had a dream. And in that dream, just as if I went for a program at Port Harcourt. Yes, I went for a program at Port Harcourt. So at the end of the program, people started coming to carry their siblings, their sisters, their whatever from the program. I don't have anybody that will come and carry me. I don't have anybody. So the person I saw was Mr. Regan, was my husband. My husband was the one that came to carry me. So he came and he carried me home. I said, God, thank you for giving me this, showing me this sign. At a point, I saw the sign. At a point, I was still trying to be stubborn and all of that. I said, no. So later on, he would call me. I won't pick his call again. I won't take his calls. I don't take his calls. I refuse talking with him. In fact, I just gave him, you know what people used to say? I gave him a long spoon. I gave him a long spoon. So one fateful Sunday morning, I remember vividly, in my church, we have these healing services every month. We have these healing services. We'll go to Port Harcourt at Rupoko, our temple site, for the services. So that particular Sunday morning was a healing service. I was unable to go. He himself, he did not go, because in the yard we are staying at the back of their house. Sometimes you'll be hearing their discussion. We too, when we are playing and chatting and shouting, they will also hear our own chats and all of that. We do hear their own. So that Sunday, I was hearing a kind of noise from their compound and their house. So we were just at home also. He called that morning. When he called, I picked his. Before that Sunday morning, I was not taking his calls. So he had to use his younger brother's phone to call me. And his younger brother spoke with me also. Yes. So that Sunday morning, that particular healing service day that we didn't attend, he called that morning. I didn't know what happened. I had to take the call. So when I answered the call, he said, I just told him I've accepted. I heard the shout. I heard the scream. He said, yeah. I'm shy. He said, yeah. I was like, oh, yes, I've accepted. And I had this peace of mind. The day I accepted, I had this peace of mind. I had this fulfillment in my, I don't just know how to describe it, but I was so fulfilled the day I accepted my husband. So the journey started. So he said visiting me, buying me things, stuff like that. So the day for his grandmother's burial, they've not started telling people. The day for his grandmother's burial, I went with them. I don't know how, see this word there? See this word? I don't know how some persons got to know about it. They started calling me in-law. In-law. You see their mouth, the way I'm keeping my mouth right now. In-law. I was so ashamed of myself. I was like, I don't want people to know because it was so early. I don't want people to know. But I don't know how they got to find out and all of that. So I just kept it. I said one day they will still know that everything should just move forward. So after the burial, we did that. So we we told the pastor and all of that. So the processes, the marriage process and all of that started, and we got married. I'm not good at telling stories. Well, I just tried my best to do this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you again. Bye.